You're not even half the woman my mother is." Her voice cut across the dinner table like a shard of glass. My daughter-in-law, with her perfect smile and venom laced between her teeth, thought she'd won the night. I pushed my chair back slowly, calmly. My fork scraped the plate. "Then she can start paying your rent." The silence was instant, suffocating. My son froze. His hand hovered above his glass. "Rent?" he whispered. "What rent?" I leaned back, folded my napkin, and let him stew. Backstory. I had welcomed her like my own child. From the first day he brought her home, nervous and smitten. I had opened my door and my heart. She smiled then, sweet and shy. She called me Mama. She slipped her hand into mine, swearing she'd take care of him as much as I always had. I believed her because he wanted to, but sweetness can rot, and rot spreads. It started with distance, phone calls unanswered. My son, once devoted, began canceling Sunday visits. Excuses stacked higher than my roof, and when they did come, she carried the room with a smugness, as if my home were a stage for her rehearsed charm. In Noticed, I always noticed discovery. Their betrayal wasn't the eye rolls or the whispers she thought I couldn't hear. It was financial. One afternoon, when I was dusting the bookshelf, a slip of paper fell from between two novels he'd borrowed. A bank statement. His account bled money each month far beyond his salary. It wasn't hard to connect the dots. Designer handbags, spa weekends, dinners at places he'd never take me. And then the cruelest cut. She mocked me. Not to my face, but to a friend on the phone. She clings to him like she owns him. Pathetic. At least we've got the lease in her name. If Cheever tries to meddle, she'll regret it. Lease in my name. I had signed that lease years ago to help him get approved. My son was fresh out of college, credit still soft, and I wanted to give him wings. I thought it was temporary. Turns out it became the chain around their neck. Shift in mindset. I did not rage. I did not cry. It sharpened. She thought she was clever, hiding behind my son's ignorance. He never asked questions, never read papers she signed. He trusted her and by extension me. So I planned. Every smile I gave them afterward was calculated. Every dinner I cooked was staged. While she boasted about her mother's cooking, I tightened the knots quietly, patiently. I renewed the lease without her knowing. I contacted the landlord and placed everything under my control. I built a quiet case. Receipts, statements, whispers turned into evidence. Not to ruin my son, no, but to show him the truth. Unfiltered, undeniable execution. The dinner was my stage. Roast lamb. His favorite wine poured carefully. The label, one she loved to flaunt. I gave her the spotlight. Let her run her mouth. Let her feel untouchable. Until she struck. Not even half the woman my mother is. The insult was my cue. I pushed my chair back, calm, collected, and dropped the line I'd rehearsed for months. Then she can start paying your rent. Climax. My son's face drained of color. He looked from me to her, confusion melting into horror. "What rent?" he asked again, sharper this time. I folded my hands. "The rent I've been covering for 3 years. The lease you never read. The home you think is yours. Every month, my account paid the difference." His glass trembled in his hand. He turned to her. "Is that true?" She smirked, then faltered. The mask slipped. "It was just temporary," it hot. "You thought you could use me." My voice cut through her excuse. "You thought my kindness was a weakness. But every wall you live under, every light you switch on, every meal you eat here, it's because I allowed it." Her jaw clenched. My son's eyes burned. "You knew and you didn't tell me. I wanted you to see her clearly without my words clouding your judgment. Tonight, she showed you herself. Downfall. She tried to recover. She's twisting everything. You can't believe her. She's just jealous." Jealous? The word almost made them laugh, but I stayed steady. I slid the folder across the table. Bank statements, the lease, receipts, all in neat order. Her face drained as she flipped through them. My son stared at the pages like they were knives. "You lied to me," he said, voice low. "Dangerous. You lied about everything." She reached for him, desperate now. I did it for he pulled back. For the first time, he saw her for what she was. Resolution. I rose, my chair scraping the floor. This dinner was never about the lamb or the wine. It was about truth, and now you have it. I looked at her, not with anger, but with finality. You wanted to measure me against your mother. Fine. Let her house you. Let her feed you. Let her bear the weight I carried. My son sat frozen, betrayal etched into every line of his face. And I felt light because revenge isn't about shouting or slamming doors. It's about patience.